If you were here at the beginning of our program, and I know some of you arrived a little bit later, we had a little bit of confusion as to when we actually were going to get started, depending on which flyer you read. But at the beginning of our program, we heard a very impassioned song written by an Owasso student, Jeremiah Freeman. I'd like you to meet his mom, Lisa, and Jeremiah once again. Talk a little bit about what inspired that song and why they become such a big part of this fight against bullying in schools.
Good morning. Lisa Freeman. We do a program called Abuse Bites to stop bullying, abuse, and violence. Started in 2006 after we lived a whole life of bullying, and my animals had been abused too. And anyways, I'd like to read something that I wrote, but first of all, I'd like to say that I'm just honored to be here, and I want to thank Kevin Epling. And yes, we need to pass Matt's Law. How many more kids are we going to let suffer the effects of bullying? How many innocent victims will be so taunted and tormented that they become afraid to leave their homes? How many more young people will have to die or take their own lives before we wake up? Instead of simply putting a Band-Aid on bullying, we need to take immediate action to bring about the healing these kids, these families, and our state needs. That's why I support Matt's Law. Everyone in my family was bullied or abused in some form, even my dogs. My youngest son, Jeremiah, was nearly bullied to death his sophomore year in high school. Due to extreme bullying, he suffered. He tried to commit suicide 3 different times. Thankfully, he survived and now shares his story through songs that he writes to help others. My other son, Brian, was born with Asperger's syndrome and a rare heart condition. Due to scarring and being different from others, he was bullied relentlessly throughout his entire life. Yet Brian somehow rose above the abuse and learned to forgive his bullies. Because he knew bullying is a bad behavior. It's not who a person really is. Sadly, Brian passed away last August while waiting for a heart transplant. He was on the list for 5 years. Brian's lifetime dream was to travel all over the USA, to stop bullying and abuse and to help others feel the way he had. Shortly after he died, we found a change jar that he'd been saving. That's when I knew we are supposed to be the change and collect the change so we can change the world for Brian and others like him. By offering healing workshops throughout. But without laws like these in place, there will be no healing or any change for that matter. That is why we must band together and unite in this fight to defeat bullying once and for all. Together, we can make the change to bring the inner healing that's needed for every person. So these are my dogs, Snickers and Baby Ruth over here. And you know, God brought these dogs to me. I was a mom that said I was going to have no pets. Snickers ran under my van one day, and the rest is history. That was 12 years ago. He is now a certified pet therapy dog, and we both started out abused runaways, and now we've won numerous awards and traveled together to set others free from the abuse that we suffered. He's an amazing dog. However, his pet therapy is going to be laid to rest this year. We are getting a new dog on Friday to take over and walk in Snickers' footsteps. But this here, would you bring Baby Ruth in front? She is possibly the worst dog we've ever had, although she was born on 7707. The perfect number, not the perfect dog, excuse me. She is our bully in our program and the worst dog that I could possibly ever have. But even though she's ran from me, she's chewed everything up and been the worst dog in the world, we have trained her, loved her, worked with her, and she has changed her behaviors. So I want to say anyone can change, and that's what today is about, changing. So I hope you will band with us. We do have some things in the future that we're doing, a walk and talk all across Michigan in different cities to raise awareness, to bring healing, and ultimately stop bullying and abuse. We're also doing our second annual change benefit coming up this October. We need all the support we can get, so please get a flyer from us in the green shirts. We'll be bright, you won't miss us. And we thank you for your time today. Thank you.